Welcome to the Deep Dive, listeners. Ready to go beyond the AI horizon today.
Beyond the horizon.
Yeah. Not just how AI is changing the game, but like rewriting the rules completely.
Right.
It's not just about tech, though.
No.
It's about what AI means for, you,
Absolutely.
your life, your work, your understanding of what's even possible.
Yeah. And I think, we've got some pretty mind-blowing innovations lined up to talk about today.
Yeah, for sure.
Stuff like quantum AI that can generate these photorealistic videos just from you typing in, like, a description.
Oh, hold on. So you're saying,
Yeah.
like, I could make a movie just from my imagination?
Pretty much. AI does all the heavy lifting.
That's wild. But, okay, before we get too far ahead of ourselves.
Sure.
We got to start with the basics, right?
Right.
Like, what about this Google Willow quantum chip everyone's talking about?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
It's supposed to be a total game changer for AI, but it uses some pretty complex concepts.
Definitely. It's complicated stuff.
So could you break it down for us, like, in simple terms?
Okay, so imagine a computer that can explore, like, every possible solution to a problem, but, like, at the same time.
Whoa, at the same time?
Yeah, that's the power of quantum computing. Instead of bits, the ones and zeros,
Right.
quantum computers use these things called qubits.
Qubits.
And they can be both a 0 and a 1 at the same time. It's wild.
So it's like having, like, a superpowered brain for AI.
Exactly. It's a game changer.
Okay, that's amazing and all, but how does that actually, help us in the real world?
Well, think about it like this. Imagine drug discovery that normally takes years, but now it's down to weeks, even days.
Wow.
Or climate modeling, where we could use quantum AI to predict climate change way more accurately.
Giving us more time to prepare.
Yeah, exactly.
That's huge.
It really is. And it could revolutionize so many fields like medicine,
Material science.
even our understanding of the universe.
It's like straight out of Star Trek.
Kind of, but we're still in the early stages.
Right.
There are definitely still big challenges.
Like what?
Like keeping these quantum states stable, scaling them up so more people can use them.
Okay, so no beaming across to the galaxy just yet.
Not yet.
But it sounds like quantum AI is definitely pushing those boundaries.
Absolutely.
Okay, but let's switch gears a bit.
Sure.
Let's talk about something a little more, tangible.
Okay.
How about Sora?
Sora.
Yeah, OpenAI's text-to-video AI.
Right?
This one seems straight out of a sci-fi movie.
It's pretty wild.
You type in what you want, and boom, you get a video. It's
Yeah.
really that simple?
Well, almost.
Okay.
It's trained on a huge amount of text and video data.
Right.
So it can generate incredibly realistic videos.
Just from, like, the text prompt.
Yeah. The detail is amazing. Really opens up a whole new world for creative stuff.
Yeah, I can see that.
Filmmakers, educators, just everyday people making videos for fun,
Yeah, but that's a lot of power, right?
It is.
I mean, what about deepfakes? Misinformation.
You're right. That's a valid concern.
It feels like we're opening Pandora's box here.
I get that. And that's why we need, like, ethical frameworks and guidelines,
So AI is used responsibly.
Exactly.
It's a lot to think about.
It is.
But there's no denying Sora's a game changer, man.
I think so.
Makes you wonder what other crazy stuff AI will come up with next.
Yeah, who knows?
Okay, but let's move on to something even bigger.
Bigger.
Yeah, the idea of AGI,
PGI.
artificial general intelligence, that's where things get really interesting and maybe a little scary.
Yeah, AGI, that's kind of the holy grail of AI research.
So like the ultimate goal.
Yeah, creating AI with human-level intelligence or even, like, surpassing us.
Ooh, hold on, surpassing us.
It's a possibility, an AI that can learn and adapt, solve problems in any area, just like we can.
Okay, so like an AI that can write a symphony and understand the feelings it makes people feel.
Yeah, and solve complex scientific problems, even come up with new ones.
That's kind of freaky.
It is a bit mind-blowing.
But the benefits could be huge, right?
They could. Think about AI helping us with climate change.
Disease.
Poverty, inequality, all these huge challenges we face.
It sounds incredible, but also kind of terrifying.
Yeah, it's uncharted territory for sure.
Like, what happens when we create something smarter than us?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah, and how do we make sure AGI, like, uses its powers for good?
Well, that's one of the most important questions we face today.
And there are no easy answers, right?
It's definitely not, but as we get closer to AGI,
Right.
we need to have these tough conversations about the ethics.
About how to guide its development so it's responsible.
Exactly.
It's a lot to process, but it's definitely something we need to be paying attention to.
Absolutely.
Okay, for now, let's switch gears again
Okay.
to a frontier that's, well, a bit further away.
Further away.
Yeah, space.
Ah, space. AI's playing a huge role there, too.
It is, right.
Yeah.
Like helping us make sense of all the data from those missions.
Yeah, like the James Webb Space Telescope.
It's like having an AI astronomer always watching the sky.
Exactly, constantly looking for new discoveries.
That's pretty amazing. Like AI analyzing images of galaxies billions of years old,
It is.
uncovering secrets we might miss.
Yeah, but it's not easy.
What do you mean?
Well, space is unpredictable.
Right.
AI systems need to be tough, adaptable, able to work on their own.
Because, like, communication with Earth could be delayed.
Exactly. They need to handle unexpected things, bad data, even make decisions on their own sometimes.
So designing AI for space is like next level stuff.
It really is, but the payoff is huge.
I mean, could AI be the key to finding new planets?
Oh,
Maybe even, like, alien life?
it's possible, definitely.
Whoa.
AI can look through tons of data, find patterns we might not see.
Like a detective, but for the universe.
Kinda, yeah.
It seems like AI is pushing boundaries everywhere we look.
It really is, in every direction.
But let's bring it back to Earth for a minute.
Back to Earth.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And talk about how AI is changing material science.
Material science.
Might not sound as exciting as space,
I don't know about that.
but it's super important.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Incredibly important.
And AI is being used to design these new materials.
Yeah, with crazy properties.
Like what?
Like self-healing plastics.
Wait, self-healing plastics?
Yeah.
Like if my phone case cracked, it could just, like, fix itself.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's like magic.
Not magic, it's science. AI is helping us understand how atoms and molecules work together.
So we can make materials that were impossible before.
Exactly. It's like AI is an architect, but for the microscopic world.
Designing things like atom by atom.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, what kind of impact would that have?
Well, think about it.
Okay.
Lighter, stronger materials for cars and planes, less fuel, less pollution,
Right.
self-repairing bridges and buildings. Imagine that.
No more, like, bridge collapses.
Potentially, yeah, it could revolutionize everything.
Transportation, construction, energy, even healthcare.
It really could.
So AI-driven material science, it's a big
It's
deal.
a huge deal, and it's just one more way AI is changing our world.
We're only just beginning to understand it all.
That's the exciting part. Back again, ready to keep diving into the world of AI.
Oh, absolutely. Can't get enough of this stuff.
Before we blasted off to space, we were talking about,
Material science.
right, material science.
Such a cool field.
It is, but now let's get a little more personal.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how AI is changing healthcare.
Now, this is something that affects all of us.
For sure.
I'm always fascinated by how AI can help us, live healthier, longer lives.
Yeah, it's a hot topic, and one of the most promising areas is personalized healthcare.
Personalized healthcare, what's that?
So basically, it's AI tailoring treatments to your specific needs, like
Okay.
based on your genes, lifestyle, environment.
So it's like having a doctor who knows everything about you,
Exactly, creating a plan just for you.
instead of like a one-size-fits-all approach.
Right, it's more precise, more effective.
And hopefully prevents problems before they even start.
Exactly. Imagine AI analyzing your medical records,
My whole history,
your genes, even data from those wearable sensors.
like my smartwatch.
Yeah, to predict potential risks before they become big problems.
Whoa, so we could catch things super early.
Exactly. Maybe even prevent diseases entirely.
That would be amazing. But
Yeah.
what about the human side of healthcare? Are we going to be talking to robots instead of doctors now?
Yo, no, not at all.
Okay,
AI is a tool. It helps doctors, doesn't replace them.
right.
It can handle the data, find patterns.
So doctors have more time for patients.
Exactly. More time for diagnosis and planning treatments.
It's like teamwork.
Exactly. A collaboration.
That makes me feel better. I think we all still want that human connection when it comes to our health.
Absolutely. And speaking of connection, AI is also changing how we interact socially.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it sounds strange, but AI can be used to create companions.
Companions.
Yeah, they can provide social interaction, support, even cognitive stimulation.
So, like, for people who are lonely.
It could help, especially for the elderly or people with disabilities who need extra help.
That's interesting. So these AI companions, they could help with feeling isolated.
Exactly. They could remind people to take their meds, schedule appointments.
Keep them company.
Yeah, provide a sense of connection.
I can see how that would be helpful, but it also feels a little weird.
I get it. It's a new thing.
Like, is it healthy to rely on AI for that kind of connection?
That's a good question, and it's something we need to be careful about.
Like, where's the line between human connection and AI?
Right. And the goal is to enhance our social lives, not replace them.
Okay, that makes sense. So these AI companions are tools not replacements for real people.
Exactly. They're meant to help us, not isolate us further.
That's a good distinction. And speaking of helping, let's talk about how AI is changing education.
Oh, education's a big one.
It feels like AI could really revolutionize how we learn.
It could, absolutely. Imagine personalized learning for every student.
So everyone gets what they need.
Yeah, based on their learning style, their pace.
It's like having a personal tutor for every kid.
That's the idea, an AI tutor that adapts to you.
That could solve so many problems we see in the schools today.
It could, like students falling behind because they're not getting enough attention.
Exactly. AI could bridge that gap, make sure everyone has a chance to succeed.
Right, and it could also free up teachers from, the boring stuff.
Like grading.
Grading, lesson planning, so they can focus on the fun stuff.
So instead of replacing teachers,
It helps them be even better teachers.
focusing on creativity and critical thinking
Exactly. It's about humans and AI working together.
to make learning more engaging for everyone.
That's the goal, but of course, there are challenges.
Like what?
Well, we need to make sure AI education is accessible to everyone.
No matter where they live or their background.
Right. We can't leave anyone behind.
It's a good reminder that technology isn't a magic solution. We have to be thoughtful about how we use it.
Absolutely. And speaking of creativity,
Oh, yeah.
AI is making waves in the art world, too.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, yeah. We've seen AI create paintings that sell for millions.
No way.
Compose music performed by orchestras, even write poetry that gets published.
So AI can be creative.
It's blurring the lines, making us question what art even is.
It's mind-blowing. Can an algorithm really be creative?
That's the big question, isn't it?
I mean, if it creates something that moves us, inspires us, does it matter who made it?
That's a debate that will probably go on for years.
Probably, but one thing's for sure.
What's that?
AI is pushing the boundaries of what's possible in art
Opening up new ways to express ourselves.
and making us rethink what it means to be creative.
Exactly, but we can't forget that with great power.
Comes great responsibility.
Right, and as we go deeper into the world of AI,
Right.
we need to talk about the risks, the challenges.
There's potential downsides.
Yeah, to make sure we're using it for good.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive, listeners. We've been on quite a journey, haven't we?
We have. From tiny atoms to distant galaxies, it's amazing how AI is touching every corner of our world.
It really is. But like we talked about, with all this power, we got to be careful, right?
Absolutely, we have to.
What are some of the risks, the things we need to watch out for with all this AI stuff?
Well, one of the biggest concerns is jobs.
Jobs.
Yeah, as AI gets smarter, it can start doing jobs that humans used to do.
Okay, that's what a lot of people are worried about, right? Like robots taking over everything.
It's not quite that simple, but
Right.
throughout history, new technologies have always changed the types of jobs we have.
True.
Some jobs disappear, but new ones pop up. So it's about being prepared, adapting.
So we need to learn new skills, figure out how to work with AI, not just fear it.
Exactly. It's about evolution, not just replacement.
Okay, that makes sense. But what about the decisions AI makes?
That's a big one too.
Like, as AI gets more independent, who's responsible when things go wrong?
That's a really important question.
Yeah, like what if a self-driving car crashes? Who's to blame? The person in the car, the company that made it, the programmer who wrote the AI.
Those are tough questions. Our laws and our ethics are still trying to catch up with all of this.
We need some clear rules about AI, right?
We do. Guidelines for accountability, ways to fix things when they go wrong.
And make sure AI is designed to be safe and transparent.
Exactly. It's uncharted territory.
And it's also exciting, right?
It is. It's a chance to shape the future.
To make sure AI is used to help people, not hurt them.
Absolutely. And we all have a role to play in that.
Scientists, policymakers, businesses, everyone, really.
We need to be having these conversations, talking about the risks, the opportunities, and working together.
To make sure AI is used ethically and responsibly, right?
That's the key.
Wow, this deep dive has been incredible.
It has.
We've seen how AI is pushing the limits of what we thought was possible.
From speeding up discoveries to changing how we create, and even what it means to be human.
It's a story that's still being written, and we're all part of it.
We are, and the most important thing is to stay curious.
Keep learning, keep asking questions.
And keep imagining what's next.
This is just the beginning, and we can't wait to see where AI takes us next.
And we can't wait to explore it all with you.
Thanks for joining us on the deep dive, everyone.
Until next time.